Hey Arc of War lovers, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Suave here. Today I want to talk about top tier commanders for infantry. Now I've been getting a few requests about this video to specifically cover one commander, and that is Stella. Now she is definitely one of the commanders I will be going over as a top tier commander. Um, There are three top tier infantry commanders that I will be discussing today. One of them, yes, will be include Stella, and the other two will be Plasma and the X. Where is the X? Where are you hiding? There you are. Okay, the X. So let's just jump into it. Stella, arguably the strongest commander in the game, period. Period. Like there is no debate about her strength, her skill set just makes her insane. Specifically, this ability, Wings of Eternity. This ability makes her so strong, but we'll get into that in just a moment. So let's begin. First of all, I want to talk about how you get Stella. Now, you get Stella as A rank. Now, in order to get Stella as an A rank, you need to pursue the Nixa faction. Now, you just have to donate crystals to it, whatever. And then once you get the faction to revered, you can unlock Stella. You don't unlock her automatically once you hit revered, whatever. you This just unlocks the chance to receive her through the warp gate. You have to do release 10s, or you can do the free release. You can just hit the free release. See, mine won't be till another 12 hours, but you can use gold and hit the release 10 button. But I highly recommend to just wait for the event, and also make sure that you have attained the revered status. And then you'll get her at A rank, and you just gotta release her over and over until you get her to S rank. So that's how you get her to S rank. Now let's jump into her abilities. So her first ability is Dizzy. Now Dizzy, 20% chance to trigger. All enemy accuracy and attack decreases by 2%, or 1% per level is the scaling ratio. So I have it at level 2. Great skill, great, solid scaling ratio. Not the best, but it's a great ability. What it does, it lowers accuracy and attack of the enemy. That is pretty crucial, not only because of what it does, but it also stacks. Um, I've messaged the support team for Arc of War before on this, asking them that question, because I always wondered, it would proc like more than 2 or 3 times, um, within a turn. So I was curious, and they replied and they said, yeah, it stacks. So that's even greater. So yeah, so not bad, great ability. But this ability right here, baby, man, this ability, Wings of Eternity, okay? 60% chance to trigger, ladies and gentlemen. 60%, okay? Alright, okay. 60% chance to trigger. After this action ends, the activator's troops have an additional action, okay? If so, the damage of this additional attack is 1.5% per level. I have it at 2%. Um, I have it at level 2, so it's at plus 3%. I haven't put much into Stella yet, but mark my words, I will make her my secondary commander. When I first started off playing the game, I was a noob, and I thought that Flair was this insane, awesome commander. So I put resources into his skills, dropped some mags into him, almost 3K leadership. So and I have him close, as you can see. I have 360 medals out of 480. So once I get him to S, I'll be absorbing him into Stella, and she will become my secondary. So So yeah, 60% chance to trigger is amazing. The highest skill trigger rate for a secondary ability. The only other one that I can think of is Galileo with his instinct, but this ability is by far way better than instinct. Just because you're pretty much essentially you're attacking back to back to back. As long as this skill is triggering, you are hitting back to back to back. Okay. So, and once if you can get this skill to a high enough level, it those additional attacks just start doing so much damage, and eventually, next thing you know it, you're hitting their arc and you win the match. That's just how it goes with Stella. And then obviously, her awakening. It's I really like the awakening for infantry is pretty much like go for the kill. You're not really concerned about killing units. More so, you're just trying to go for the arc and just beat, just defeat them, and that's awesome. That's what also makes Stella great with this ability. So what I'm gonna do to showcase her, her power, her strength, I'm going to just put some dodge on her and run some explore missions, and just to kind of show you how often Wings of Eternity can potentially trigger. So let's get into it. Let's do this. No, I do not want to use a mantis. Okay, let's go. One. I'll just put one so that I don't defeat, so that I don't beat the map. I wanna show you guys as much as possible. The the probability of this skill trigger. How often this thing procs. I've seen this thing trigger like 6 times back to back, and it just keeps going. It's OP. It's the strongest skill in the game. All right, we'll be counting the wings of eternity. All right, we'll count the wings. Here we go. One, two. Okay, that was 2 times. All right. Here we go. Dizzy, solid. Dizzy is great. Here we go. One. Another one? No, not for that turn. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. One, two, three. All right, record. Fourth? A fourth time. Can we get a fifth? No, we cannot. But still, that's 5 hits. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wings of Eternity. Okay, here we go. One, two, again, three. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, that's four. Oh, five. Okay, okay. All right, that was five. Okay, come on. That's crazy. One. So just imagine, okay? Imagine putting in resources into her skills, getting them up to like level 45 plus, and then putting a lot of mags into Stella, giving her amazing gear and having amazing research. Okay? The things that a Stella can do with all of that is it's I mean, I'm gonna show you guys. There's one guy in this server right now. His name is Zukon, and he arguably has the strongest Stella in the game. No, sorry, not in the game. In the server, as of right now, as far as I know, he has the strongest Stella in the game. This guy, okay, he hits level 20 nightmares for fun. This guy hits level 20 nightmares for fun, and he takes them out. You know, when 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 we have events and demon ships spawn, he goes for the level 6 10k gold like nothing. He just takes it. Free gold. All right, so that's it for this. Um, let me let me show you guys a replay. Let me see if he posted it. Oh, he did. Okay, here we go. Here he is, the infamous Zukon with Stella. Level 20 Nightmare, alright? You guys ready? Let's do this. Look at this. One tile. What? One tile of T7 is all he needs. Okay, miss. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, that damage. Okay, Wings of Eternity. Power of Sag. And he just keep awakening. Another that. So that's all he needed was 3 times for it to trigger. And that's it. He got it. He wins. No effort. No casualties. No bigs. No bigs. You know, this is just a walk in the park for Zukon, because he went for the Stella. He mains infantry. He has shown me his research. His research is very strong right now, and it's only getting stronger. So this guy has a future. This guy has a future. So yeah, so Stella is just overall a very powerful commander, arguably the strongest commander in the game. And she just happens to be infantry. So for you infantry mains out there, if go for it. If you want to be as strong as you can be as an infantry main, get Stella, commit to Stella. She even has a new skin. Look at that. Work it, girl. Work it. Work it. All right. They haven't released this skin yet, but they will soon. They will soon. It's been a while since they've revealed the skin, but they've never really made it available in any events yet. So, so yeah, that's Stella for you guys. She's great, very strong, definitely a must-get commander. Even if you're not an infantry main, just to have her as a secondary, she's great. She's gonna be my secondary. I'm just waiting for my flare to get to S rank, and I'm absorbing into her. So, so yeah, so that's Stella for you. Um, Now I want to go and showcase the X. Now the X she's strong. She is very strong as well. I see her as a weaker version of Stella, and the reason I say that is because the X also has a skill similar to Wings of Eternity. It's obviously it has a different name, Mysterious Wind, and the skill tree. There are a few things different about this skill than just the name, alright? You have a 40% skill trigger rate, which is different from Stella's 60%, okay? That makes Stella superior in that aspect. Alright, now let's look at this scaling ratio, okay? 1% of normal attack, 1% per level. Stella's was 1.5%, alright? So that also puts Stella on top of the X. So just overall, this is a great skill. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's better to just go for Stella. But there are some arguments where the X can be better, and that's because of her second ability called Bloodthirst. Now, what Bloodthirst does is when you destroy an enemy tile, this is 100% chance. This is 100% guaranteed to trigger if you take out an enemy tile. Now, not just any enemy tile, but it has to be the one that is right in front of you, the one that you are targeting. So, for example, if your awakening infantry triggers and the tile that you are targeting, the front tile, if that front tile dodges your attack, but you kill the tile behind the front tile because of awakening, Bloodthirst will not trigger. Okay, um, it would be amazing. I think it would make the X just as powerful, if not even more powerful than Stella, if Bloodthirst were to trigger on the tile kill, if on the back tile from the awakening infantry trigger rate or trigger. So I'm gonna show. So I already show. I showed you what Stella does. You know what she does. So no need to really show any Ace of Galaxy fights, but I want to just show you. I want to show some action for the X, and just to show you guys what she does. So let's see if we can. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, 5 stars. This guy has 12 million power. 12 million power X. Okay, this guy. I'm pretty sure this guy will destroy me. But hey, for the sake of the video, let's do this. Alright, so see, he killed my tile there, so his Bloodthirst triggers. Bloodthirst, boom. Kills my front tile, so his Bloodthirst triggers. Bloodthirst again, he kills my front tile, he hits. And that's it. That's pretty much the only difference between Stella and the X. So here we go, Full Metal Jacket. I did nothing to him. Okay, he destroyed my front. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Oh, well. Nah, okay. The reason why I'm so weak is because I deactivated my Medusa, so she has no gear right now. But you get the point. You see what the X does, and yeah, that's the X for you. The only difference, again, being that her Bloodthirst ability does have a 100% proc rate, a trigger rate, only if you kill the front tile, um, or any tile that you are targeting for that matter. So yeah, that's Stella, that's X, and now I want to just finish off by talking about Plasma. Now, Plasma is very powerful as well. He's pretty much known to be a suicide bomber, but I mean, that it's it's a lot. Like what he does. Okay, it's mainly this ability that is what makes him powerful. Okay, let's just dissect this real quick. Okay, Quantum Blast, 100% chance to trigger after being killed. Damage dealt to all enemy troops equal to 31.5% of HP. I think it's 1.5% per level. I don't know. This math is kind of, yeah. So damage cannot exceed 200% of normal attack. So it's kind of hazy to kind of, it's really difficult to really know. There's a lot of debate over how to build him, what gear to run on Plasma. Obviously, higher leadership is always better. That solves everything. Higher leadership solves everything, but in terms of utilizing this skill for the HP aspect and then the 200% of normal attack, it's really difficult to know, you know, do I run, do you run high attack gear um, to increase this 200% cap, or do you run HP, or do you run a mix of both? So yeah, let me see if I can find a plasma so I can show you guys. Because I mean, if someone with a good plasma does can deal damage. Okay, this guy has a plasma. I'll fight him. Let me see if there's any other ones. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Let's fight this guy. I might lose to his chief just because I don't have my gear on, so I might not do that hot. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, nice. My abilities are proccing. Okay, yeah, I do no damage. I think I'm gonna lose this fight, so I cannot show you plasma. That's so sad. All right, all right. Let me let's do something here real quick. Let's do this. Let me just show you my plasma. Huh? How about that? My plasma is shitty. Okay, just letting you know right now. But you know, if you can build him right, if you can find out how to what kind of gear to put on him, definitely upgrade that skill as high level as you can. Increase his leadership, and he's great. Okay, let's do this. Let me just show you guys what this guy, what plasma can do. Okay, so you see how I dealt damage to him because he deleted my he killed my tile. So I see boom boom. You see, he gets dealt damage on all tiles based on my HP. Look at that. So just imagine a a high leadership, high skill, high quantum blast skill. It's I've seen some very powerful plasmas. So that's one of the main reasons why Plasma is definitely one of those commanders that is a top tier. He is top tier right now, and but people mostly use him for like a suicide bomber to pretty much weaken your opponents before you get in there and hit them with your primary commander. Um, but I have seen, in Galactic Campaign, there's this guy who has a Plasma S rank at like 80,000 leadership. I'm like, holy shit, bro. Jesus. You committed. You committed to the Plasma hype. And yeah, so that's Plasma for you. So so yeah, so I mean that's pretty much all I really wanted to highlight. But just an overview, a quick summary. Stella, strongest commander in the game by far. I mean, her Wings of Eternity is it's just amazing, the 60% trigger rate. And if you can get a good jewel set in there, with Gemini or Sagittarius, or even the new jewel set, I think it's Pisces for infantry, that can be very powerful. And then we have the X right down here. You have the 40% Mysterious Wind, the Bloodthirst, she's great. And then you have the Suicide Bomber, Plasma. He's great. He's amazing if you can figure him out. It's not that difficult to figure him out. You just gotta, trial and error kind of thing and mess around with him. Everyone in my guild is definitely running has a Plasma, and they're trying to figure it out and trying to see what works best. Get his leadership up, maybe get this skill level up as high as possible. You know, yeah, things like that. So, so yeah, I hope you all found this video helpful, informative, and whatnot. Entertaining, whatever you want to take from it. But yeah, so this is the top three commanders for infantry in the game as of yet. Some commander, one commander that I want to highlight that I haven't really seen much is Rita. Rita is okay. Actually, Thunder Ray. Thunder Ray just got released. He is solid. He is solid. I've seen some Thunder Rays, Flash of Light. It's it's pretty strong what Flash of Light does. Light Blade is just a full party steroid, kind of like Instinct for Galileo. Rita. So this is a commander that I'm kind of curious to see in action. The way we're gonna get her is through Galactic Campaign. If you score in the top 80th place, top 80, I think you get Rita S class. So 20% chance at trigger. So pretty much a dodge boost, a dodge buff for all your troops. And then here we have Hunt Masters. So pretty much all of our troops get get a steroid, they're in a state of instability. So if your units dodge an attack, you attack back. It's a counter attack essentially. If you dodge, you counter. I'm not sure if this counter attack will guarantee hit. It does not say here. Let's see. It just says damage will be dealt to attackers. That does not necessarily mean it will guarantee hit. So we will just have to wait and see. And we'll see what happens. And there are other strong commanders. Don't get me wrong. For infantry, Nikojiro is definitely a great commander. His sniper is really good. I'm sure a lot of you already have Nikojiro. I think you get him as like a C class or D or C class. I'm not sure, but you get him early on in the game. So if you want to experiment with him, go for it. I've seen some pretty insane Nikojiros, and his skin is awesome. So yeah, that's it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Please feel free to share, like, subscribe, and just gonna keep rolling out content for you guys. Please let me know. Please, I appreciate feedback. If you have any feedback, how I'm doing, it's always helpful to know if you guys are enjoying the content. Ooh, someone bought my resources. No, no one bought my resources. The timer just ran out. That made me sad. Okay, so yes, thank you all for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you all so much. Have a good one. Suave out. Peace.